God made you beautiful. Your hair, your skin, flaws and imperfections, your beauty within.
Hi guys, it's your girl Coolpix Crown Sister, and I am back with another video on Christmas DIYs. The first DIY I'm going to show you guys is going to be a shawl, a fur shawl or collar for this beautiful black velvet deer that I found at Home Goods. It was $12.99, so I bought 2 of them, and I'm going to show you guys. It's already beautiful, but I'm going to show you guys what I do to dazzle it up just a little bit more, because I'm going to need it to be a little bit more glam. Now I'm going to use some cling wrap, and I've had it for a while, guys. I'm going to use black glitter that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99, and make sure you get that 40% off. This is how much I have left from another project that I did. Definitely gonna need a lint roller, and of course I've already used it on the deer. That's why you see the black marks, just to get the little hairs from the fur off of the deer. Works pretty well, so you guys are definitely gonna need that. It's optional, but I got the Mod Podge. I got 2 of these, and I got it from Dollar Tree, and it was something that I already had at home, so I'm just using what I have. I bought this clear acrylic gloss to go over. It's a gloss coating. I bought this, and this came from Hobby Lobby also, and you guys will see what I use that for. I also bought the art brushes from Dollar Tree, and this was a pom-pom that I bought at Hobby Lobby for $2.99 with 40% off. It was bigger than this, but I already cut it before the video, so I'm just trying to show you guys what it looked like. And then I found this old necklace that I had for like $3 from years ago from Walmart, and you're definitely going to need some wire cutters. And I already used these wire cutters, guys, to cut the necklace, so you're gonna need a couple of paper plates, and I kind of have a makeshift thing right here that I use to do my art projects, because I really don't have a lot of space to work. So, and my handy dandy glue gun always comes in handy, guys. All right, first thing I'm going to do, guys, is take this cling wrap, and I'm just going to cover the deer's face, and it's easy to maneuver around the ears and around the antlers, and that's why I decided to use the cling wrap. So it's kind of like I'm about to do surgery on this deer, and I don't want to mess it up, so I want to make sure that I'm only doing the actual antlers and not getting glitter on the face as much as possible. So I'm just going to tape this on here just to make sure it stays. You guys can use whatever you want, but this just worked for me. And then I found just an old Meyer bag, because I always keep my bags. So I'm just going to wrap him up and get him prepared for surgery, guys. Wrap him up. He's so beautiful. We don't want to mess him up. So now I'm just going to squirt a little bit of the glue on the plate so I can start working here. So I'm going to start applying the glue to the antlers, guys. And what I did not anticipate was that the antlers are velvet, so this glue is actually soaking into the antlers pretty quickly, and it's not allowing my glitter to stick the way that I want it to. So I had to do this quite a few times in order to get it to stick the way that I wanted it to. So you guys are going to see me transferring back and forth, and you don't have to do this. You guys can skip this step if you want by just pouring your glitter on a paper towel and shaking it on there, because I found out later in the video, as you'll see, that if I just poured it on there, it would stick a lot better. And if you put an ample amount of glue, it's a whole lot easier, guys. It goes a whole lot easier. This process will be a lot quicker, and I didn't know that because this is my first time trying it. So I get an idea, guys, and I just go for it, you know. Now you're going to see me transferring back and forth. And if I had known what I know now, I would not have been shaking the glitter onto the antlers. I would have just poured a lot of glitter on the paper towel and just dumped it on there. But you live and you learn. So I'm going to show you guys what I did, mistakes and all, so you guys can see, because it actually turned out to be really, really beautiful at the end. So you guys, whatever works best for you. But I don't want to waste anything. So I'm just going to continue to pour the glitter on. Now I had to let this dry for a while, guys, and then I used that clear coat. Once it was dry, I used the clear coat spray that I showed you guys, and I sprayed it. And this is what it turned out like. How beautiful. This is what I sprayed it with. And that just helps it to stick better, and I let that dry. Now we're going to move on to the collar. Now I'm showing you guys how I cut this ball. And inside was just cotton, guys, but I'd already thrown it out. And I cut it in half, and I kind of cut it in like a V shape because I want this deer to be really elegant, really fancy. She already has her leg up, so I just want her to be just fancy, guys. So I'm still cutting it just to shape it a little bit more the way that I want. And you guys can see the fur, the hair on her back already. So that's what I use a lint roller for. I mean, it's up to you. It's optional. I just wanted her to look nice and clean. So I'm going to use that after I get this measured properly the way that I want it. And then I'm just cutting off some of the excess hair because it's kind of full. This poof that I found at Hobby Lobby was really full. So now you guys can see that I'm just rolling off some of that hair. She's so beautiful, guys. I love those antlers. Now this is what she looks like clothed in her collar. Ooh, she fancy? She fancy, huh? Yeah, she's beautiful. So now I'm just adding just a little bit of glue to the back of it, making sure not to get the glue on the velvet because next year I might want to change it up, and I can just take this off with no damage to her beautiful velvet fur or velvet coat. Now I'm just cleaning it up a little bit, and this is what she looks like. Absolutely beautiful. But you guys know me, I have to take it an extra step. So I cut this necklace in half, of course. Didn't need it anymore. It's an old necklace I had many years ago for like $3 from Walmart. I'm going to wrap this around her neck because she is just beautiful, majestic like. And I want her to be extra fancy. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue here. Guys, be careful because this glue is really, really hot. And I burned myself a couple times, but I kind of know now, how to do it. So I'm used to it. So be very careful, guys. Just brushing her off a little bit more before I show you guys. Look at that. Now she is complete. She is all finished. And I'm also going to give you guys a sneak peek at what she actually looks like when I staged her. Look at her and her sister. Now, this is my bedroom, guys, so I put them on the mantle in my bedroom. And oh my gosh, they are beautiful. All right, guys, now let's get ready for number 2, the plaid pillow. This pillow is so easy. It takes all of 5 to 10 minutes tops, guys. I'm telling you, this pillow is going to be so easy, it's going to blow your mind. I've had this pillow forever. So what I'm going to do, since this is something that's temporary, I'm just using for decoration, I don't want to sew it. I'm just going to use some fabric that I got from Joann Fabric, and I think I paid like $2.99 per yard. Got a couple of yards of it, guys. I'm going to show you how I do this. I left it folded because it's folded when you buy it, and then they just cut it for you. So I left the fold in it. Got some nice shears from Joann Fabric. They can cut through anything. And as you guys can see, the pillow, it's not perfectly shaped anyway, but it's still a nice pillow that I got years ago from Big Lots, and I use it all the time. But I'm going to show you guys what I do with it in order to use it for my Christmas decorations. So I kind of measured here. I didn't pull out the ruler, so feel free to use your rulers if you guys want exact measurements. I really didn't care for this project, so I just kind of measured by eye. And you guys can see here that I'm cutting the fabric. I cut enough to cover the pillow. I'm just showing you guys the fold here that's still in the fabric. I left that fold there, and you guys will see why in a few seconds. I measured again, just kind of by eye, and I'm cutting off the excess fabric, and I'll use the rest later for something else, guys. Now you guys can see why I left that fold in there. It's a lot easier. It's already there. Why mess with a good thing? I mean, you don't have to add any extra glue. You already got what you need. So now I'm just straightening it up. And if you guys want it to look like it's been sewn, then you want to make sure that you do a straight cut. Make sure your cut is as straight as possible. So you guys can see here, I cut it kind of straight. So it's going to look neat. See, when you fold it over here, it's going to look really, really neat. So people aren't going to look as close to it to be able to tell that it's been glued instead of sewn. So I'm just taking just a strip of hot glue here, going along the edge, trying to go as close to the edge as possible, but this glue is really hot. So make sure when you guys are lifting this up, you go from the bottom up and you want to press on there and kind of rub upward. You want to make sure, see, I touched it and it just burned my hand. You want to make sure that you fold it, press in, and just kind of move upward and go all the way down. All the way down, and rub across it a couple of times to make sure it sticks well. And this is some flannel fabric, so it's really sticking really well. And if you guys want to get fancy, add some pom-poms to the ends, to all four corners. That just changes it up. Just glue a few pom-poms on, and I'm telling you, it changes your entire look, guys. Very beautiful. Now, as you guys can see on this side, I made a bad cut, and I'm still going to use this fabric because nobody's going to see it. I'm just going to fold upward. Nobody will be able to tell. Now, I could have cut this a little bit straighter, but for the purposes of this video, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and just continue on as is. And it's still going to turn out really, really nice. You guys will see. Very careful. Remember, this glue is really hot. We don't want blisters. Now we're at the last part, and I see that I got, it's kind of like an envelope, but I got a little bit too much fabric left over. And this is a problem you can have if you're like me and you're just eyeing it instead of measuring it properly. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off. Just a little bit. Maybe about 1 inch or so. And then once I'm done cutting this off, then I'm going to go ahead and fold that up. I'm going to add the glue, and I didn't cut it straight. You guys can see that. So I'm just going to add the glue as I did with the other two sides. And this is what it's going to look like once I glue it together. Same process, guys. Cut this a little short, so I'm watching my fingers here. I don't want it to get on the pillow, and I certainly don't want it to get on my hands. So we are all done. We are all set, and I have a little hole on the end here. So because I didn't cut properly, I'm just folding that in, and I'm just going to add a little dab of glue in there. Close that up. And if your pillow, you have this little imperfect edge right here like mine, just turn it on the other side, guys, so your company can't see it. People come to your home, they won't even know. Nobody's going to be looking to see if your pillows are sewn or not, unless, you know, it really looks bad. And look how beautiful this looks. Now I'm just shaking it up, and don't forget, this is what it will look like if you add a little pom-pom on the end. If you want to get fancy, add some buttons if you want. And I'm just shaking it up, making it look like a pillow. And you guys know that it was imperfectly shaped from the beginning. So here's what I did with it. This is how I staged it for Christmas this year. And I absolutely love it, guys. And I also added some I did more pillows with a different fabric that I bought. See, check this out. And then I added pom-poms. How beautiful is that? All right, guys, let's get ready for our last DIY. This is a very rustic wreath. Now, I needed a wreath to go in my bedroom, and I'm going to be shooting a bedroom video for you guys soon for the reveal that I promised you guys. And I didn't want to go to the store and spend any more money on Christmas stuff because it can be expensive. So I decided to go through the objects or items that I already had. And these are some items that I had already. I did stop at Hobby Lobby to buy this beautiful black ribbon. It was $7.99. I got it for 50% off, so I paid $4. It's for another project, but I decided to use some here in order to make my wreath. See, look at that. Look at that. Already wrapped up, so I'm not going to unravel that at all. Why mess with a good thing? And then I found these two pine cones down in the basement and this beautiful pick. It had to be from Hobby Lobby years ago because I see the little red sticker on the back. So it already had some pine cones on it and a little glue from something that I used years ago. So I want it to be very rustic. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything. And you guys will see what I mean and what purpose I'm using it for. So it's going to work out perfectly. I'm just going to bend this a little bit. I want the wreath to look more like a wreath, so I just wanted to add this in. So what I'm going to do first is bend it to fit my wreath. I'm just kind of shaping it a little bit. Get the look that I want. So just play with it for a little bit, guys. Remember, I'm spending no money, so I'm just using what I have. Shop your homes. Don't forget to shop your homes. And then I'm going to take this wire that I have. I've had this for a long time. I think this may have come from Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree. I'm not sure, but I want to say Hobby Lobby for this one. And then I'm just going to go under the wreath and attach this pick to the garland to make my wreath. So I want to make sure that this stays attached. So I'm just going to take the wire underneath, take it back around and just twist it just to make sure that it keeps everything in place. And it's looking really rough right now, guys, but just keep watching. We're going to make something beautiful out of this. And like I said, it's not something that's fancy that you're going to have out for everybody to admire and think that it's extra beautiful. It's just something kind of rustic. Guys, my camera is about to die here, so stay tuned if you want to see the pics and see how it turned out. I'm working fast. I know it's about to die, but I still got some pics for you guys. And here is what I did with it, guys. I put it in my beautiful bedroom, so you guys are getting a sneak peek right here of my bedroom. And I just hung it on my blanket ladder. How beautiful is that? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye.